how that goes.
The wind is still swirling today like it was yesterday, so we'll see who handles this better.
Wow, great take in the middle. And also, not to mention, you know, it's about 63 degrees here in Orlando, Florida. Not your typical Florida weather, but I don't think people are mad about it. It's pretty nice out here, but that will make the ball a little bit harder. It's going to go a little bit faster and through the air.
I really love seeing Yana lean in with that flick. Puts a lot of pressure on the other team.
Yeah, that was a great combo there. Nice little backhand flick, setting it up for the next shot. I think that's what some of the best players in the world do. They're not trying to hit a winner off that first ball. It's really kind of like a 70 or 80% shot, and you're setting up for that next ball.
Definitely. I'm guilty sometimes of wanting to get that winner off the first shot, but if you think 1-2 instead of just one, you're going to have a lot more success.
Yeah, I think we're all a little bit guilty of that.
I like that, though. Yana getting big in the middle. She needs to keep reaching for that. Maybe just adjusting with the wind.
Great. I like that flick from Bobbi Oshiro there, but great defense from Yana Newell.
Yeah, she closed in on that middle ball very well.
Side out point. 4-4.
Tough put away from Yana right at Millie's feet. Hard to pick up. Really got to take your time on those, though. Not rush. Just reset the ball. Stay put.
Yeah, I feel like some of the best players are just super calm in that situation. You know, they're in control of the speed of the ball. They're able to kind of slow it down off their paddle, reset, get back in the point.
Yeah, absolutely. I think of Ben Johns in that situation. It's coming fast. He just has such a solid base and relaxes and slowly makes his way up to the kitchen. No rushing.
Yeah, and he just manipulates the ball.
Great pull up the middle from Yana. Not really sure on the Miami side who had that. But it is better to have both go for it in the middle instead of getting beat there. No one going for it.
Ooh, thought that one was out.
Yeah, very close.
Milan Rane looking at her team. How did you guys see that? And they all have their fingers up.
6-6.
Do you think your teammates on the sideline should be able to help you make calls mid-match, or that you should be able to look after the point's over only?
You know, it's interesting because the way the rules are, you know, I wish that it'd be more like tennis. Like if the ball's close and you don't make a call, you can challenge it and you say, hey, challenge, I want to use a challenge. I wasn't really sure. But given the rules, you have to make a call, an out call. So even if you're not sure, it's kind of interesting because you have to call that ball out, and the other team has to risk, you know, using that challenge. So I think so. I think if it's pretty quick and on time, I think you can look over to your team and kind of see, you know, if you see a finger up or. But everyone kind of, you know, puts their finger up as a question mark, and then they confirm it once they look. So it's interesting.
I actually think that's okay, though, you know, because it's so hard to make your own calls. The ball sometimes is just moving so fast, and I feel like you deserve the point. If it's out, it's out,
Yeah,
and you should be able to
exactly.
look
And
to
you
your
know,
team and ask.
for the most part, no one's trying to cheat out here. no one's trying to get free points. You're trying to call it fair. So, but it's nice. It's nice to have this instant replay system that, you know, you're able to challenge and actually see what the correct call is.
Absolutely. Love that combo from Yana. She sped up right into Milan Rane's body, cross court, and then when the ball came back to her, she went to Bobbi Oshiro. So she's really doing a great job of moving the ball around.
Great cross by Tereschenko. Just holding that two-handed backhand. Great setup drive by Yana Newell.
10-8.
Go.
Wow.
Great point. I love that Irina Tereschenko is charging the net when Yana Newell is going for her third shot drive. It just puts a ton of pressure on the other team, and I feel like that's when she's playing her best too, when she's moving her feet. Look, she's up in the net trying to juke the other team out.
Yep.
It makes them wonder, like, where is she going to be? Makes them think for a second. I feel like a lot more players lately have been
A little bit
doing
more
that.
aggressive.
A little more aggressive, but even just with their footwork, just with their body. They're showing, like, I'm here, I'm a big presence in front of you. Even if they're not
Right.
speeding up, it's just their body. Anna Lee does that a lot too. She kind of jukes you out up there.
Yeah. She's all over the place.
Yeah, very explosive.
And what I like too is, you know, Yana is she's not driving at 100%. You're kind of, you know, when your partner does close in to the net, it does put a little more pressure on your drive to keep it low and perfect. But Yana's got such good drives that I don't think that's really a problem.
Yeah.
Ooh, tag Tereschenko.
Yeah, I feel like Tereschenko and Newell have good chemistry out there. So even though Irina's charging the net, Yana still is taking her time on those drives.
11-12.
Tough. The ball kind of skidded there.
A little bit too low. SoCal Hard Eights will take that point, take it into 13. We'll have a quick end change here. So
Sets the tone for the rest of the match. I always feel terrible if I lose my gender doubles match.
So do you like going out first, or would you rather the guys go out and you kind of, you know, are able to watch a little pickleball, and, you know, maybe you are having to sit and wait for a little bit, you know, from your previous warm-up? So what's your thoughts on that?
I feel like thoughts on that is depending on how, like, the men or the women's team is playing. So if me and my women's partner say we haven't been feeling that confident or feeling that well, and the guys have been doing great, yeah, we love to send the men out first just to set a positive tone and take a little less pressure off the team that maybe isn't feeling as confident or as, you know.
So kind of situational.
For
It
sure.
just depends on how you're feeling.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Miami takes the lead, 16-15 here in this first match of the day. Another great ball by Yana. That forehand in the middle is really working well for her. Sorry, backhand.
Yeah, it was a great backhand poke. It was off speed, so that really threw the Miami team off.
There are some people in front of me. I can't really see that well. Great defense by Tereschenko there. Wow, great cross by Bobbi Oshiro. She was able to get that second ball down at Tereschenko again. Good location.
I would say Bobbi Oshiro has some of the best posture and best control in the game. Like, she's up in that kitchen line holding her own. I always love watching her play.
I mean, she's got some pretty strong legs. She's kind of just in that sitting chair position. That's the spot you want to be. You want to definitely be using those legs. This makes you that much faster with your reactions, I think. I think if you're, some people like to stand up a little bit too much. SoCal trails by 5. Great speed up there. Let's see if SoCal can kind of gain a little bit of momentum here, start inching their way back.
Ooh, a little miscommunication in the middle.
Yeah, that's a nice middle ball. That's why you usually go middle. It's a great spot.
19-22.
Huge, getting a little momentum for the SoCal Hard Eights.
Oh, just short. Great hands from all the ladies out there. 23-20. Big point here.
Great return from Yana Newell. Put a lot of pressure on Millie.
Yeah, she really kept that low. A little bit of a bad bounce there. A little shorter than Milan Rane thought.
Great angle from Bobbi Oshiro going behind Irina Tereschenko.
Yeah, I think Miami just built that point very, very well. Short ball, bring Tereschenko in, and then finish with that overhead. First game point for Miami. And they do it, 25-21, Miami Pickleball. Bobbi Oshiro and Milan Rane get the win.
Just guessing right now. All right, first point. Noe is on that first attack. He knew that was coming a mile away.
Yeah, I think, you know, everyone knows each other so well. We see each other all the time at tournaments, and you know, people are always watching film, but everyone knows that Max, you know, he can dink, but he's pretty aggressive. You're going to see a lot of flicks from him, a lot of speed up off the bounce on both sides. He's great on his two-handed backhand and the forehand. But, you know, Noe Khlif is another one of those players who's kind of broken through this year. He came onto the scene, and he's just done super well. Super athletic guy. Very, very talented. I think his ceiling is very high.
Yeah, he's been playing great. And Erik Oncins has been playing great as well. he just finished college tennis
Yep.
earlier this year and got drafted by Miami Pickleball Club and has been really doing well, taking off,
Yeah,
playing great.
last year and even beginning of this year, he's, balancing the tennis and then he's showing up to some pickleball tournaments. So now he's full-time and it's really starting to show. He's putting everything he has into it, and he's really, really improved. He's got a dangerous backhand flick and backhand counter, and he's a pretty tall, lengthy guy. He really uses that length pretty well. And obviously we have Erik Lange, who is the gentle giant. Just he takes up a lot of court, a lot of power.
Yeah, look at him pinching the middle right there.
Yeah, and hey, for a big guy, like he's got great hands. His backhand counter, very dangerous. So Erik Oncins is going to have to be very careful kind of going there. He's going to have to try to go in the middle a little bit more or to his left hip.
I think the ball might have sliced his finger open.
Just tagged him right on the knuckle there.
How many times has that happened to you? I know I've got probably 5 scars on my knuckles just from pickleballs.
It'll happen, especially in those dry places, Utah, or, I know I've been there just in the warm-up, just getting tagged, like just bleeding all over your grip. It's like, man. And there's not a lot. It's a tough spot. It's hard to stop the bleeding there. You can't really put a Band-Aid on a knuckle. So we'll see if he can get this patched up here.
Totally. Sharp little things.
Yeah.
They just slice
it's a plastic
you right.
ball,
Yeah. I think my mom was talking about how she might want to wear gloves sometimes because it split open her knuckles.
Pull a Susanna bar and just pop out the little bike glove with the the fingertips missing.
Yeah, smart, honestly.
I mean, between the gloves and the glasses, it's turning a little bit into a racquetball.
Yeah, the glasses, I've started wearing those indoors mostly because it's very hard to see for me indoors at times, especially if the lighting's poor. So just with these paddles being so hot these days, when I'm indoors, I make sure to wear my protective glasses.
Yeah, it's becoming a little more popular here on tour. People are starting to wear them, just the clear glasses, just to protect their eyes. A lot of times it's not from the ball coming straight at you. It's actually off your partner's paddle. Maybe if they reach for it, you're watching the ball and that ball's coming right at your face. I know it's happened to me a couple times. I've been lucky. But.
Wow, great around the post by Erik Lange. Does a great job taking his time, holding and waiting for being able to hook it around the net.
Yeah, he actually hit that side advertisement board and was still able to get around it. Ooh,
very
great
close.
angle, but just a little bit wide. Let's see if we can see it here. Great reach by Erik Oncins, though. Ooh, that's pretty close.
It's close, but from this angle, we can't make that call.
Yeah, in pickleball, it's always really, really dependent on the angle. From one angle it looks out, and then if you're looking at it from the other side, you can see a space. So it really just depends. That's why it's so great that we have this instant replay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Takes a
Game
lot of questioning out of people's calls and cheating and it kind of puts everyone on a even playing field. It's a great ATP by Erik Oncins. Wow, Noe Khlif's drive is just absolutely insane. That thing is coming in hot and it's moving.
Five, 4.
Ooh. Erik Lange laughing. He's like, that was an accident, but I'm gonna act like I let that go on purpose.
6, 4. Point.
Big serve. Jinx. Double jinx.
Wow, great point unbelievable defense, just getting those balls back every single time. Noe Khlif, I mean, he's got some really good hands. I think he has some of the best drops. I mean, I played a tournament in Las Vegas with him, and the guy didn't miss a drop. I mean, it is super consistent, and you know, usually he doesn't like playing the right side. He's a lot more comfortable on the left, and something he's kind of had to work on this Miami team, because Erik Oncins is the same way.
Wow, great job by Erik Lange finding the middle.
Yeah, he held that very well, just kind of getting that paddle tip down, looking like he's going to just dink it cross court. Great disguise.
Yeah, that's the most important thing these days. People making their dinks and their speed ups all look the same. So early paddle preparation and just trying to make it all look the same will get you really far in this game. That's something I'm really working on.
Yeah, I mean, you see the best of them. You know, Gabe Tardio has some crazy disguise. To me, it looks like every single ball's going to speed up. Hayden Patrickman as well, Ben Johns. I mean, there's a lot of players. Thomas Wilson, that guy, you know, he's very disguised. So,
absolutely. I feel like they do a lot of, it's almost trickery with their body. So they're doing this motion with their body, and so you're not sure where they're going to go. Like,
I think the biggest thing is just you get there. I think the best players who do it, you get there with your legs. You show you're getting physical. You show that you're kind of creating time for yourself, and you're able to watch the ball come into the paddle. And if your feet are there, you can kind of just make the decision on what you want to do. I think that's the biggest thing, and you just kind of get your paddle tip down, make it look all the same, and then no one can really tell the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Really great points here so far. We're all tied up. Quality points.
I like the speed up from Noe there, but you know, Max was just kind of a little bit more ready than he may have thought. Noe did a great job there, just kept pushing Max back, and kept getting in that back quadrant of the court near the baseline. And sets up for a little high drop on Max's part.
Divorce ball down the middle.
Noe Khlif turning it on there. He just came absolutely charging in. Great forehand finish.
So short and compact with his swings too, so it makes his reaction time so much quicker.
Yeah, the game is just getting so much quicker, a lot more spin. I think the biggest key is when you get to that kitchen line, you keep those elbows in, and it's a lot of core, it's a lot of, you know, strength in the legs, but you got to keep those hands in to make your hands fast.
Ooh.
Oh, unlucky, but Erik Oncins was on it. And Miami Pickleball leads 13. Gotten a lot of good wins, but he doesn't maybe play that many PPAs, and so, you know, there's maybe you know, he's playing some APPs, but PPA you're playing a little bit of higher level players in terms of DUPR ratings, so he's a little under the radar, but he's definitely kind of a dark horse. Miami gets it off the net there, 14-11. First 25. Have to win your serve on 24.
And out point 12.
We'll see if the wind plays a factor, switching sides now.
Yeah, it is a little bit swirly here. Also about 63 degrees, a little bit chilly. Ball is a little bit harder.
Right out, point.
I think we're seeing here, you know, a little less patience from most players, just because the ball is moving
15,
a little quicker.
12.
The ball's popping up a lot more on dinks, so we're seeing a lot more shorter points than normal.
Wow, what a low drive.
Great drive. That's the dangerous part of returning with slice. Max really cut that ball, but the problem is when you slice in pickleball, you are producing the top spin for your opponent, as you just saw there. So Noe is able to see all that spin. He lets it bounce, and now it's still spinning that way, and all he has to do is get under that ball, and it's, I mean, you saw it. That ball dipped like crazy.
Yeah, you can swing even harder too when they slice. Like, so you just swing upwards, and you can really create so much more topspin.
Yeah, I think you know, when someone slices a return, it's like you're licking your lips. You're ready for it. Cause
probably especially in singles.
Oh yeah, you do not want to slice in singles. And a lot of people, you know, the counter to that is you just hit a nice and flat return.
Ooh.
Oh, somehow that gets in. Unlucky for Miami.
Yeah, slicing returns I feel like used to be way more popular a couple years ago, but recently most people are either hitting a flat or topspin return.
Yeah, because I mean in singles, if you slice, I mean there's no chance of touching it. Sometimes it's really tough. Wow, great forehand speed up with Erik Oncins sitting on that forehand, cleaning it up in the middle. Great combo.
Miami pulling away a little bit.
SoCal has got to be careful here not to let them inch away too far. There's another speed up by Max Manthou. Wow.
He just holds his paddle there. He has his paddle prepped.
Very well disguised.
There's like a pause before he does every speed up.
He's got a little softer paddle. He's able to kind of hit it a little bit more without it, you know, completely flying out. It's kind of the catch-22 of maybe using a little poppier, more powerful paddle. Flies a little bit more.
One of the biggest things when you're playing on the left is if you're trying to come over and get big, you really need to make sure you get your feet under you and not only reaching with your upper body. On that last one, Erik, he came over, his arms were there, but he didn't have the balance of his feet, so he kind of bent over and it lost his balance, which made it tougher to execute his shot. So just take one more step over to the middle.
Yeah, footwork is key. Wow, Miami doing a great job there. Kind of a little note for people watching at home. You know, you don't have to hit that perfect drop when you're both back and you're both kind of scrapping against your opponents who are at the kitchen line. You know, you really just have to defend very well. Someone like Annalie Waters does that very, very well. She kind of bunts it. She doesn't really hit, you know, the most perfect drops. She just stays alive until she does hit that one, and then you can sneak in and kind of go into attack mode.
Yeah, the minute she sees her opponent dip their head or she knows it's a good one, she's charging forward.
Well, the biggest thing I think in rec play as well, or maybe, you know, 3-5s or 4-0s, or people looking to get better, is that they're putting too much pressure on trying to make it perfect. You don't have to make it perfect. You just got to get that ball over the net. You can stay in the back all you want as long as you're not popping it up too high. You just stay alive until you get the ball you want, and then you try to move into the kitchen line slowly.
We're within one here.
Ooh. Wow.
Moving that ball around, creating all these different angles, just working the SoCal hard eights.
Unreal defense from SoCal, but just a little bit too big for Miami. Miami leads by 2. We got a little bit of wind in the face of Miami. So that means when, you know, the ball's going to be pushing, you got to hit those drops a little bit harder. You got to hit the dries a little bit harder.
That was a great setup. He got the ball he wanted.
You know, Noe is known for he likes playing on the left, but I'm liking him on the right. He's got a really, really good backhand counter. He kind of makes it really long, really out in front. And he's still able to drive it from that right side as well. I think it's good. I think it's good that you know, as a player, you can play both sides. You can kind of, you know, diversify. Wow. Great speed by Noe there. Notice he didn't go 100% on that speed up. He's not trying to hit a winner. I think in mind, as that right side guy, you're trying to set up the left side guy, and Erik did a great job of sitting there, recognizing that with that forehand in the middle.
Wow, great, Ernie. Back to your comment about being able to play both sides, I really think that's important moving forward. You want to be able to give the other team a different look, especially if they've kind of figured out the patterns that work, if you're just set on one side or the other.
For sure, and I think it's funny, you know, that stigma of you know, you're the weaker player if you're on the right. I think that's kind of gone away. You know, Gabe Tardio, Dylan Frazier, super aggressive from that right side. They're kind of changing the game a little bit. First game point here for Miami.
Wow.
Just a little short. SoCal within 2 now.
Very gutsy to go for that Ernie on a match point.
Big point for SoCal.
Ooh.
Oh, ATP
Nice.
makes it. And we are within 1 here. This is a must-win point for SoCal. They've got to stay in it.
Max running around his backhand, hitting a bunch of forehands because he likes to create with that forehand. It's a good option sometimes to mix things up.
Oof. Great ball movement from Noe there. Really solid. Miami taking a timeout here, slowing it down right before their game number 2.
Play like you're ahead.
Yep, exactly. Foot on the gas pedal. Game point number 2.
But he went with the drop.
Oh. Wow, risky business there, but it paid off. Great speed up from Max Manthou to tie it up, 24-24. That could be absolutely massive right now. Just a little bit short. Wind played a big factor there. Ball wasn't quite where Noe wanted it. SoCal takes their first game point, 25-24.
What would you do, Yates? You driving or dropping?
I'm
Let's see what he
driving.
does. Driving, there it is.
All day. Oh, and they take it. SoCal inching their way back. Big, great middle speed ups that he executed nicely. And here for mixed, we have Milan Rane and Erik Oncins from Miami versus Tereschenko and Max Manthou. Oh, wow. I was going to say ATP to start the match, but the ball was a little bit wide for Miami. Great shot by Max Manthou there. He's so dangerous with that two-handed backhand, especially on that left side. We're going to see him speeding up a lot from that left-hand side, as we just did in men's doubles, probably even more so in mixed. Ooh, just a little bit wide. SoCal a little unsure. Okay, we're gonna have a challenge here from SoCal. They said it was close. Why not just use it? It's
Yeah,
kind of like a free timeout.
Yeah, both teams agreeing it was close, so it doesn't hurt to check it out.
We'll have a replay with this instant replay. It's always nice to have this great technology to really get an accurate reading on some of these calls. Sometimes the ball goes so fast and you're not really sure. Man, I'm gonna say that's in. That's, you know, if you draw a line right in the middle of that ball, 50%, I don't know, that's
Yeah,
pretty,
I would call that in, definitely.
I'd probably say that's in.
Obviously, I feel like a few weeks ago, everyone would have called that in, but
Right.
there's the new rules of a certain percentage
The
of the ball.
25%, I
Yes.
think that's a little more than 25%, I would
agree.
say. Because remember, you know, for those out there, it's not a tennis ball. It's not really compressing as much into the court. It maybe compresses, you know, in the size of a nickel. So not a lot. We'll see what the call is here. And the ball was in.
I think that's the right call.
And that's what's interesting with you know, pickleball calls is if you're standing at a certain angle, that ball looks way in. But if you look at the other side, maybe from within the court, looking, you know, between the line and the ball, sometimes you can see a space. So the ball can kind of hover over that line but still be out. Wow.
Wow.
Great defense by Miami. Erik Oncins all over the court. Milan Rane doing a great job of crossing, protecting that left side. Great put away with that two-handed backhand there. Wow.
Not enough room for Tereschenko there.
Yeah, that's a great angle. It's pretty close. I think Irina was maybe questioning to see if that was in or out. Great dinking there by Milan Rane, taking the ball out of the air. That's one of the advantages, is it takes a little bit of time away from your opponent when you don't let that dink bounce. You're able to do a little bit more with it.
Wow,
great
very,
drive.
very dippy drop by Milan Rane.
Ooh, unlucky off the net. Erik Oncins smiling it off. Great spot for Irina there, right down at the feet, right in the middle, perfect spot.
Ooh, just out by Milan Rane. miscommunication there. SoCal Hard Eights pulling ahead, up 9-4.
Great drive from Max Manthou. Good defense from Erik Oncins, able to just get a paddle on there. Surviving with that net cord going a little bit long.
Wow, great drive. Erik really talking to himself, pumping up his teammate Millie, trying to bring the energy, bring them back into this. Millie's last 2 drops have been money. They are just dripping over that net, getting down to Irina Tereschenko's feet.
Wow, great execution there by Erik Oncins. Good setup with that backhand flip to finish with his forehand. SoCal Hard Eights trailing now. We're going to switch at 13. Great ATP by Milan Rane. So it looked like to me that Irina touched the ball, Max still played it. I think she's making some kind of argument that Miami might have stopped play or might have called it of her hitting the ball and then she just continued, but maybe not. Great drive by Erik Oncins right in the middle. He's using these conditions to his advantage. It's a little bit windy, a little cold, ball is harder. It's going to be flying a little bit more. Drives are flying a lot more. It's a great spot by Irina. Kind of faked it down the middle, or sorry, faked it down the line, pulling it in the middle. SoCal trailing by 1, 10-11.
Wow.
God, great hands, great exchanges at the net there.
At the start of that point, Irina, she served it and she did a lofty lob serve, which is, it's great to make sure serve up. More and more people are doing that, whether throwing in a lob, throwing in a slice. I know one of my first ever pro events, I played Irina and she did that lob and she did
throws you off.
I didn't know what to do.
It's like a curveball.
It's too much time to think before you hit it.
Max Manthou being ultra aggressive there. Just relentlessly speeding up. Even if he misses that, I actually really like that. He misses a couple here and there, but you know, he sticks with his game plan. Great eye there by Milan Rane, letting that ball go. Miami one away from the end change.
Huge drive, wow.
Great takeover
Ball, 1 minute.
by Erik Oncins there. Miami Pickleball Club leading 13-11. In the face of SoCal Hard Eights. Plays a huge part with this ball moving around. SoCal Hard Eights are going to have to hit their drops and most shots a little harder. The ball's going to be pushing into them, slowing the ball down. Miami's got to be careful on speeding up too hard on that side with the ball flying. Milan Rane with the ATP, not quite there.
Yeah, tough when you don't have enough room to really let the ball die before you hit it. Give you more time, give you more space.
And she finds it again. Irina Tereschenko testing her one too many times there on that angled ball. That one just able to get outside of that net post. Miami leads 16-13.
I like that though. I think Erik needs to keep doing that. Be a big presence.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you know, you're making yourself known. You're getting big up there. You're making your presence known, and you're saying, hey, I'm not backing down from this kitchen line. I'm coming at you.
Absolutely. It was just a small adjustment on that last one. He just got a little too big with his backswing. So if he keeps it compact, it's the right play.
Yeah. Elbows in.
Paddle out in front.
Just a little bit wide from Irina. Miami starting to pull away a little bit here. 18-13. First to 25. Got to win on your serve at 24. Great drive from Max Manthou. It's taking off on the paddle just a little bit there for Milan Rane. Not easy when it's coming that hard at you, also with a lot of spin. Wow.
Point 19.
Great touch by Erik Oncins. Irina Tereschenko almost there to get it.
I actually thought she got it from the position we're in here, but just a little short. Couple pretty important points coming up for SoCal. They got to do a good job of stopping Miami here. You do not want to kind of let them inch their way to 24. You want to try to keep this gap as small as possible. SoCal within 4. Great spot right in the middle there. Wow. Right off the net. Great speed up by Erik Oncins off the bounce there. Perfect speed, not too fast. Able to get that ball to drop barely for that baseline.
Nice deep ball from Irina Tereschenko right at the feet of Oncins. It's so important when you have the advantage of being up at the kitchen to try your best to hit deep balls and keep your opponents back. Big serve.
Yeah. I think we're starting to see that a lot more in the pro game, how important the serve is. If you can get that ball to bounce, you know, a foot from the baseline with some spin, making it drop a little bit, it's, you know, it's really crucial, especially when you start getting late into a game when it starts getting a little bit closer. Max Manthou catching fire right now, heating up. To get that middle ball, just getting stuck on that left side. Too good from Erik. All tied up. This is a big match for SoCal Hard Eights if they can just, this is a must-win match. They're already down by 1 from yesterday with their loss to Miami. And we're all tied up again, 22-20. Millie Rane to serve.
And if some of you haven't noticed, Max Manthou stays back with his partner while she's serving, something that I really haven't seen anyone else do, but it works for him.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think he's the only player to do it. I think, you know, but for him, I think he likes the momentum coming in. I don't think he likes being static, waiting for, you know, his opponents to hit that third shot drive. Great setup there. Irina wants that one back. She had it, just came down to execution, just barely missed it. All tied up again. Wow, great eye from Oncins, able to get out of the way of there.
I actually really like that pull by Irina. She just needed to take a little bit off it.
Or even if it was a little bit more left, I think she would have nailed Erik right in the chest.
Yeah, one or the other.
Missed serve by Millie Rane on the first game point, bringing it back to 24-24, all tied up. Who's gonna rise up to the occasion? Wow, SoCal just surviving. Too good by Erik Oncins with the absolutely massive put away. Get Miami their second game point of the match. 25-24. Great location by Max. Deep into the court.
Here we go.
We're tied up again.
25-25.
It's a great execution, great point by SoCal. Setting that one up perfect.
Let's see if they can close it out here.
SoCal Hard Eights, game point number 2. Lob served by Irina. SoCal Hard Eights take it 27-25.
What a battle.
Unreal playing. They were down quite a bit. Nail biter there in the end.
Team owner Rick coming out to the players. He's hyped.
He is playing versus Bobbi Oshiro and Noe Khlif. It's a must-win match for SoCal if they want to give themselves another chance to play on. It's the semifinals, best 2 out of 3 matches against each other. Miami leads 1-0 in the series. So if SoCal wants to stay alive, they've got to win this match, or at least win in a Dream Breaker. Interesting, right? We see Yana Newell on the left, Erik Lange on the right. You do not see that often in mixed.
Yeah, what do you think the thoughts are there?
You know, we see it with another team, Zane Navratil, Mari Humberg in Premier. They do that as well. It's because Mari has a really good backhand flick. But you know, I think the thinking here is Erik's such a big guy. I think he's a little more comfortable on the right with his backhand counter, but he's also still able to kind of cross in the middle and use that backhand in the middle. So they're kind of gonna, I think, play the same way. I don't think Yana's gonna come all the way in the middle to be hitting a lot of balls. I think Erik can still take it with his backhand.
Yeah, I also see them wanting to do this. See Yana trying to blow up maybe Bobbi in front of her, you know, trying to be really aggressive.
Have the women, you know, in front of each other.
Yeah.
I like the mix-up, honestly.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out for them. Wow, great cover.
Wow.
I feel like we're going to see a lot of these dink battles cross court with Yana and Noe.
Wow, unreal point. SoCal staying alive there. Great hands by Yana Newell going head-to-head against Bobbi Oshiro down the line. We were talking about that before. Maybe that right there is probably why they kept kind of Yana on the left, Erik Lange on the right.
Great communication there by Miami. I love seeing how hyped the SoCal Hard Eights owners are. Rick Chan is out here, stoked for his team. It's awesome to see the owners when they're really involved and supporting their team.
Great snap there by Noe Khlif. SoCal Hard Eights bringing a lot of energy here. They know how important this match is for them to keep them alive, to try to give themselves one more chance to play against Miami if they tie this series matchup. Wow, great ball movement by Erik Lange. Another point right there, we see it. You know, why is Erik Lange on the right and not on the left in mixed doubles? You see it right there. He's still able to be such a big presence on the right in the middle and kind of dominate with, you know, on both sides. He slid there all the way in the middle just to hit a forehand.
Yep, you called it. The only thing there, Yana went cross court. Erik's looking to be big, so it's really tough when your partner hits a third cross court because it makes it so much easier for the opponents to go behind you. So I like Yana driving. I just think she needs to keep it in front of her to set Erik up a little better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Noe Khlif just
so compact.
So balanced. I mean, he's finishing and he's recovering right away. He's able to hit 3 forehands in a row back to back, even though that ball's coming back pretty quick. Unlucky bounce there. Great dinking from Yana Newell.
Yeah, she seems very confident over there on that left. Like she can dink all day with Noe Khlif, and she's totally fine with that.
Oh, I like that one-handed backhand speed up. Too good by Bobbi defending that. I like the speed up from Noe, but Yana was sitting there ready, kind of taking Bobbi, catching her off guard. Noe Khlif making a statement there. Good hands. Miami inching their way back. Great job by Yana Newell. Just
fending off that first one.
Yeah, defending that backhand, getting a paddle on it, and then dodging that next one. Great eye. End change at 13. SoCal leading 12-8.
I love it though. I like that the SoCal Hard Eights are coming out. They're playing to win. They're being aggressive, going for their shots.
So you see there, Erik, he's playing on the right, but he's coming actually over to the left, which you don't see a lot as a right side guy, but he's able to really move that ball around. Just execution there. I still like it. And if not here, then we play a dream breaker. Yana Newell to serve. Another great drive by Yana Newell. She's got such natural power. I think she has a lot of really, really good technique. She's able to really control that ball well. Too good by Noe Khlif. He's an athlete. He's super, super balanced, super strong guy. Lightning quick reflexes.
Both him and Bobbi, both great posture, great balance, so stable and controlled out there.
Yeah, they just look super comfortable, super just in position. It's really, really tough to get them out of position.
Yeah, always looks like they make like the game look slower for them.
Yeah, and I always notice with Noe, you know, he does a really, really good job of getting his legs to the ball first. It's almost like that's his first priority, and it just kind of looks like, just from doing that, it looks like he's able to slow the ball down, slow down time a little bit. And, you know, other people like that, J.W. Johnson, Ben Johns, they're very good movers.
Yeah, their first step is so explosive.
Yeah, and it's almost like they're literally taking the ball and just slowing it down. They're in control. So super important to get those legs down.
Who hit that? Was that
I think
Bobbi?
it was Bobbi. A little stare down there for a nice little smile. Great inside out backhand.
We're all tied up here, 14 all.
Wow. Great location there. Ball was pretty low to the net. Not quite sure how Yana was able to get that one up. Good location. Just routine by Noe Khlif. Great forehand dip, and he's rushing the net, but he's so balanced, super ready for that next ball.
It was a bit of a late call, I will say.
It is getting swirly out here with this wind.
Everyone pretty, ooh. Tough miss for Bobbi Oshiro. Everyone pretty dialed in though right now. I think they all recognize the weight of this match and what it means. It either goes to a dream breaker or the SoCal Heartache.
Number first to 25, have to win on your serve at 24 to close it out. Miami's starting to inch away a little bit. Wow, Noe Khlif.
And Noe Khlif putting on a clinic with that footwork. I'm watching his footwork right now, and it is so impressive.
Yeah, he's super athletic, super strong in the legs. I don't know how he's able to, he covered the middle there all the way over near Bobbi, and he's still able to recover to the left to get that dink. And timeout from SoCal. SoCal trailing 16-19, first to 25. This is a must-win match for SoCal. They still have a little bit of room. If they lose this, we can still go to a dream breaker, but they have got to get this win to give them one last chance to play again against Miami later this evening to make it to the finals. But I think if I was SoCal, I definitely would want to close this out, not risk it going to a dream breaker.
Yeah, definitely. Noe Khlif and Bobbi Oshiro playing very solid right now. Yates, if you were the SoCal, oh, it looks like the SoCal Heartaches are switching it up. Yana's back on the right, Erik Lange on the left.
One timeout remaining.
Giving the Miami Pickleball Club a different look. Let's see how that goes for them.
Yeah, I like this. I like the mix-up. Sometimes it's good, a little change. We'll see if it pays off.
It's tough, though. Yana hasn't hit a forehand dink in a minute, so.
Yeah, not to mention, not too good of a bounce there, right off the line. Erik Lange somehow gets a paddle on that off the net. Noe Khlif questioning if that was out or not. Wow, great spot by Bobbi Oshiro, leaning in with that forehand in the middle. Miami leads by 4. Great return by Erik Lange, just absolutely going 100% there. Little unlucky there, a little bit low for Erik. Shot by Bobbi Oshiro.
I love that shot. That's one of my favorite shots to hit in mix. Just when the dink goes too far and you redirect behind the guy because the guy's pinching middle a lot of the times.
trying to disguise it as much as possible to kind of show that you're going cross court to the left, but you last second turn off.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
the opposite way. SoCal within 4 here. Wow, Yana Newell cranking up the heat. Within 3 now. Ooh, just a little bit short, trying to hit that shot again. SoCal inching their way back. Another big point here. Great drive by Yana Newell, dipping it right below the net, and Miami is going to be... Sometimes, you know, Yana's pretty much been going middle most of the match. So it's nice to switch it up. Just a little bit long there. Miami getting their first game point, 24-22. Looking to tie it up here. And they do it. Miami with the win, 25-22. And we are going to a dream breaker. 4 points on, no matter what.
So Noe against Max Manthou. Woo! Wow.
Great first ball by Noe. Noe's been really amping up on the PPA Tour with his singles, having some pretty good wins as of late. Same with Max Manthou. He's super fast twitch, super, you know, athletic and quick guy on the court. He gets to a lot of balls. He's pushed a lot of great players.
Wow.
Wow, great reach by Noe Khlif there. Not quite sure how he's able to get that one. Noe Khlif leads 2-1. It's a great, heavy, deep serve by Noe Khlif. Another very good singles player, Erik Oncins, with a big tennis background, playing in college.
Yeah, I feel like Miami has a slight edge here.
Point!
That's the thing. In Dream Breakers, you know, even the better player technically should get 4 points, but you know, anything can happen. It's just it's a quick 4 points.
In singles, do you have more of the advantage when you're serving?
Head out!
Would you say?
Yeah, I think because the ball's, you know, on your paddle, you can kind of dictate for sure. You know, when you're serving, what kind of serve you're going to hit, and just, you know, it's all about your passing shots.
It's pretty windy here.
Erik Lange doing a good job of kind of tying it up there, 2-2. Miami leads 5-3. Both Yana and Bobbi, both very good singles players.
Yana's saying she wants to challenge that. The Miami pickleball team, pretty sure, or...
Man!
Oh, unlucky there for Bobbi. Great effort. Great shots from Yana Newell. Points down, 1 to go. SoCal inching their way back.
Tied up here, 6-6. Ooh. unlucky.
A little unlucky for Bobbi Oshiro a couple points before, but Milan Rane getting the luck on that one.
Irina was on it, just overshot it just a little bit.
Effort there by Irina.
Chance to tie it up right here.
Just a little wide, and we're all tied up again. Every point counts in the Dream Breaker. You got, every point is so important. Noe Khlif just moves so well. He's so balanced. He's able to cover a lot of court up there at the kitchen line. Miami with a 1-point lead. Great hands by Max Manthou. Nice little backhand volley cut there. Another very fast and quick guy. Super light on his feet. Switching sides at 11.
Wow, great hustle.
Wow. Great touch in hands by Noe Khlif. Spreading Max a little bit wide and finishing off with that dropper. Last point.
Time out! Change hands,
Miami
1 minute.
get to 11 first with the side change and a short break. This is very, very close. I think these teams are pretty evenly matched. I'd say, you know, everyone on the team can play singles. You know, Erik Lange doesn't play ever really singles on tour or in tournaments, but, you know, he's a big guy. He can cover a lot of court. And anything happens in MLP. You know, on paper, Erik Oncins is the better singles player, but not easy to get 4 in a row sometimes.
Yeah, definitely not in this format.
Great effort by Erik Lange there, covering the court very well. Great backhand volley to finish. Woo! Bend it like Beckham. That was insane forehand.
Beautiful, beautiful passing
Bend
shot.
it like Lange. See, right there, you know, Erik on paper is the better singles player, but I mean, it's 4 points. Anything can happen. You know, I've seen some people who never play singles win 4 points.
Yep.
Against some of the best singles players.
Yeah, sometimes nerves can get the best of you.
Just out. Erik Lange sweeps 4 points there for SoCal. That could be a huge opportunity for SoCal now. That's one of those situations that huge momentum. Let's see if SoCal can ride that wave. Very interesting to see what Bobbi Oshiro does here, if she can kind of get it back for Miami. Just so calm, so smooth. 15-12. And Bobbi ties it to two apiece, bringing Miami to 13 as Milan Rane and Irina step on the court. This is going to come down to a couple points.
Wow, great hustle from Millie.
Wow, great effort. Irina doing a great job of just making Millie run around the court. Great backhand drive there. Great ball movement from Milan Rane. Great execution. Miami Pickleball looking to tie it up here, 15-16.
Great deep return. I know we said not to slice our returns in singles, but if you hit it that deep and push your opponent back, it works just fine. Especially when there's not much room on the court.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, 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 wow. Amazing court coverage from both players.
These guys are all over the court.
They're inspiring me.
I mean, it's funny because, you know, you look at both of them, they're both pretty evenly matched. They're both some of the quicker guys on tour. Oh, unlucky for SoCal. Max Manthou was on that one, but Noe Khlif will take it. So Miami Pickleball Club ties it up, 17 apiece. Oh, it does drop in, painting the lines. That is a massive point for Miami. An even more important point coming up.
Let's see if he can tie it up here. Wow, great return.
Wow, great answer from Max Manthou.
I think
Putting
Erik Lange can
SoCal
go.
in a great position here.
Yeah, definitely. You think Erik Lange can go 4-0 again?
You know, I'm gonna say no. I think Erik's a little bit awake now. He knows, you know, Erik's Lange's capability. Erik Oncins is ready. Erik Oncins thrives in these situations. He loves the pressure. He wants to be the one to close this match out. That's the guy you want right now.
Yeah, and just so you all know, the Dream Breaker only goes to 21, so we're creeping to the end here.
Got to win on your serve at 20. Just below the net there, and we're still tied up. Great return by Erik Oncins. Just making Erik move to the right.
This is for all the marbles right now.
And this is for Miami to go to the finals here at MLP.
Big serve.
Oh, just wide. Wanted the glory.
Giving Yana Newell the chance and Bobbi Oshiro the chance to close it out.
All tied up here, 20-20.
Have to win on your serve, have to win by 2.
Great serve by Yana Newell. Great position. First game point to stay alive, SoCal. And that's how they do it. They stay alive. And we are all tied up here 1-1 apiece in terms of match.